Get ready. As you've probably heard, Avengers Campus has opened in Disneyland Resort in California, and it has many people very excited. Given the huge success of Star Wars Galaxy's Edge in both Disneyland Resort and Walt Disney World, it would be fair to assume they'd be eager to build Avengers Campus in both resorts too, right? It's not that easy, unfortunately, and we'll outline the reasons why in this video. Get ready. What is Avengers Campus? Avengers Campus is a new land in Disney California adventure based around Marvel and its cinematic universe. The key attractions at this point in time are Web Slingers, a Spider-Man adventure, Guardians of the Galaxy Mission Breakout, and some meet and greet areas. It also has some food places like Pym Test Kitchen, based on technology from Ant-Man, and Shawarma Place made famous by the Avengers films. More developments are expected in the near future, with the Quinjet experience earmarked for Phase 2 of Avengers Campus. This will be an e-ticket attraction. It's an amazing land for Disney California Adventure. It combines attractions, characters, shops and dining to offer an incredibly immersive experience, not dissimilar to Galaxy's Edge in the park next door. So that leads us to the big question. Why is Avengers Campus not coming to Walt Disney World? Disney bought Marvel in 2009 for a whopping $4 billion. Before 2009, Marvel wasn't quite the juggernaut it is today, but it still had plenty of appeal. When Marvel were acting as their own company, they maximised their income by signing licensing rights to their intellectual property. In fact, they were in such a bad financial situation that they began selling off film rights for their characters to various film studios. For example, Sony owned the rights to the Spider-Man character from 1999 through to 2015, and now co-own the character with Disney after striking a deal with the company. Another deal signed in 1994 was the theme park rights to their characters, and they sold it to Universal Studios. If you're a Universal Orlando Resort fan, you'll know that Marvel Superhero Island is a huge island in Islands of Adventure that opened in 1999. This land features a huge roller coaster in The Incredible Hulk, and one of the best dark rides in the world in The Amazing Adventures of Spider-Man. But the whole land feels very 90s, and that's because it's based on the original comics rather than the movies that we know today. The previously mentioned rides have been operating since before any films came out for these characters. This 1994 contract gave Universal Studios the theme park rights to Marvel characters east of the Mississippi River, so long as they pay the licensing fees. This wording would make you think that it was signed in the 1890s rather than the 1990s. But the Mississippi River is a key detail here, because it means theme parks west of it are fair game. Hence why Disneyland Resort has Marvel characters now and Walt Disney World does not. Although, they're still not allowed to use the name Marvel in any form in a theme park, which is why the land is called Avengers Campus. Disney would have to strike a deal with Universal to get out of this contract, similar to their Sony deal. But Universal Studios are unlikely to give them an inch with the advantage that they have here, given that they are the two main players in the theme park industry and big rivals. So what's the solution? There isn't one really. Universal will hold the theme park rights to Marvel characters as long as they want them, or until they receive an offer they can't refuse. For Disney, they haven't let this situation slow them down. They have found loopholes in the contract to allow them the rights to certain characters. For example, Guardians of the Galaxy characters are not bound by the contract, and so Disney can use them in Walt Disney World. Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind is a roller coaster expected to arrive in Epcot in 2022. Some Guardians of the Galaxy characters and Doctor Strange also make meet and greet appearances in Disney's Hollywood studios. In Disney Springs, there is a shop called Superhero Headquarters that sells Marvel merchandise. Given that Disney Springs is not a theme park, it's not bound by the contract either. Perhaps they can exploit this caveat further by adding a hotel experience themed to Marvel if the contract allows. Interestingly, Disney have promoted Marvel films with advertising wraps on their monorail in Walt Disney World, but they were not on the monorail line that goes through Epcot, as that would breach the contract. Final thoughts. Overall, we think it's probably a blessing in disguise for Disney. Many recent developments such as Galaxy's Edge, Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway, and maybe even Soarin' have been developed or are in development in both resorts. Having the same attractions in both resorts reduces the unique qualities that each resort has. California's Twilight Zone Tower of Terror was rethemed to Guardians of the Galaxy. We think it would have been a shame for both versions of this ride to be rethemed, and we're glad Walt Disney World still has the original theming. The contract situation has forced Disney to build other types of attractions rather than building another carbon copy land. We think this benefits both parks and gives us a reason to visit both for different reasons. We believe that if both resorts had Galaxy's Edge and Avengers Campus, we would only feel the need to visit one. But with how it has all played out, we'll definitely be visiting both in the near future. If you enjoyed this video, check out our Disney California Adventure Hidden Gems video or our Epcot Hidden Gems video. They're both on screen now. Have you visited Avengers Campus in Disneyland Resort yet? What are your thoughts on it, and which Spider-Man ride do you prefer? Be sure to let us know in the comments below. And now you're ready.